What would you do to be the best at your craft? Join a pro as an intern and work for free? Would you watch hours of content on YouTube to research your subject matter? Or quite simply, just pick up your tools and get cracking with work, not worrying too much about failure? Most of us have to go through failure to get success, right? There's no alternative way to go about it. Remember, life is real and speaks of downfall as much as it speaks of victory. The idea then must be constant refinement as opposed to latching on to either success or failure. You only live once. So you must seize the day and do all that you can in your journey so that you may have fewer regrets. Wouldn't it be amazing if we found out the purpose of our lives sooner rather than later while we have the energy, health, ability and drive on our side, at least before it turns out to be too late? I have been working for days and nights scripting and scrapping ideas before I even think of filming anything with that nagging voice in my head, what if it doesn't work out? So I decided to take some time out, unplug from my daily routine of chasing algorithms, on a lookout for freshness and inspiration. Investing in your craft is not simply about buying equipment. It goes way beyond. It's about giving your time, prioritizing it above the ordinary humdrum, and consistently turning up each day, looking forward to learning new skills that inevitably make you stronger and sharper. I hate it when people say that tools don't really matter. It is your skills, your talent, your craft that matters the most. I don't know what they mean. This couldn't be further from the truth. We live in a supremely competitive world and are not just playing in our local community domain, but globally visible, right? That scenario leaves us with little choice but to put up a good show. I'm here to value your time and be able to give you 3 hours of content in this 10 minutes of video. Throughout the pandemic of 2020, when everything was shut and most of us were absolutely clueless about what needs to be done, I figured the importance of urgency to explore video creation. I soon realized my passion lies around this, and even with my full-time job, I started giving my time to video communication. Watched a lot of videos and religiously followed some great content creators to see how they churn engaging content.
I snapped the frame. And I nailed it.
Been waiting to get this shot my entire career as a photographer. Accomplished.
You need to give yourself at least 6 months. Turn up, show up, and practice every day. Learn every day about that craft, what you have to do, how you have to do, invest on it. Show up consistently. Just keep adding that one little element which improves your craft. Oh, yes, let me add one more thing. Dedicating full-time also means your education. For example, you're going to college and you're having a specific education for your career. At the same time, sometimes in life, you later realize after a couple of years of experience that you've found some other new passion. Based on that, now you want to learn something else and you want to get trained on something. That's what I mean by dedicating full time, because it won't be justified if you don't give it your full time, learn it properly, practice it properly, and then test the waters. That's why dedicating full time is really important. And if you give it just 6 months of your life, you will realize the importance of it. You will realize the relevance of whatever that you want to do. Now let's assume that if within those 6 months you have actually excelled in your craft and you have become really good. You've figured out, okay, this is what I wanted to be, and you've achieved, let's say, one of your goals. Because you've taken 6 months to become so good, now try to find ways how can you be faster at those things. Learn to be more efficient so that now whatever you have mastered as a skill, how can you do it faster? So figure out different ways. There might be ways of automating things. There might be ways of practicing something daily basis so it makes you faster. It could be just your muscle memory. It could just be your the way you think, your mindset. I do not believe in superstition, but this one is for sure for me. Everybody comes into this world with a purpose, and the sooner you identify your purpose, you will start living your moments. Identify your purpose, because your purpose is attached to your passion, and passion is what you love doing. What you love doing, even if it is painful, even if it is going to cost you a lot, and still at that, even if it is not going to give you any benefits, but you still love doing it. The more you learn, the more you realize that you don't know enough, because there's so much to learn, because there's so many possibilities that you get into. When you're passionate about something, you get into the details of everything possible, and I think one lifetime is not even enough for that. And that's why I think the best idea is to enjoy the journey, and there's no destination to it. It's an ongoing process. If you don't have the passion, or if you don't love what you do, then I think it's just going to be all half-hearted thing, and then it's never going to work out. Sometimes people fall in for the money factor of it. If there is a lot of money behind some skill, people follow that. But the thing is, if you're not really passionate about it, and if you're only following for the money, the reality is tomorrow that craft can just be redundant and something else might come up. It only happens when you are not clear, when you're not really passionate, and when you're not thinking holistically about the entire. If you have any doubts, any questions, please feel free to write in the comment. If I said something bullshit, if you feel, just write down, Sandeep, you've been talking bullshit. I think you should stop doing all this.